is indeed time for football inside Gillette Stadium. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the New England Patriots. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. His guys got the season started on a high note, a home victory in the opener. On the other side, it's Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel. His guys, on the other hand, weren't as fortunate in the opener, so they'll look for their first win here at home in week 2. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here come the Patriots now to take over on offense. And leading them out, their signal caller. Now it is 4th in the NFL.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
Yeah, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. A shotgun handoff now to Miller. And heavy tackle at about the 35. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Certainly not the start they were looking for offensively, coming off that loss last week on the road.
And they didn't do their job. They're going to feel poorly about that. But what they're going to do is look at the defense and say, can you pick us up here? And let's face it, defenses can score. We've seen it. Right? They take the ball away, create a big-time opportunity. Let's see if they can get that done.
Yeah, just something to jumpstart this home crowd. So now here are the Broncos with excellent field position to start. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 1st and goal at the 1. Harvey will score. Touchdown, Broncos. So good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Oh, nice move. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. So back up. Pats for their second drive. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try to pick themselves back up.
2nd and 10. To the air, May. Hunter Henry brings it in. Getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. They'll give it up the middle to Miller. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. They set up the screen to Miller. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. They'll throw with May. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing here is May. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
Here's May. Now he's going to step up and run. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Andy Borregales on for the field goal. A 51-yard attempt.
And this one is right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. That drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now it's Nix. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Broncos first down. It's a gain of 10. First down, Broncos.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they do.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
It's a gain of 6.
Nix to the air. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 26. Nix going to give to Harvey. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 19.
To throw, here's Nix. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Credit the sack there to Harold Landry. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal. And they'll try to run the option here. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Now from the 7, here's second and goal.
At the Patriots 7-yard line.
On play action, here's Nix. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it. 5, they'll mark him down officially at the 34. Looking to put a drive together. To throw, it's May. Setting up the screen for Miller. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. The screen pass, back door, and that time, looked well for a solid game.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Looking to throw, May. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short.
And a yard at the 47-yard line.
Inside handoff now, Miller. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Second and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
They keep it with Miller on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. You look at this Bronco defense. They really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's about what you consider the break-even mark. If you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course. Pretty nice effort.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They'll run here with a rookie. Oh, he's hitting, lost the football, put it on the carpet. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys will take 25-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Nix will swing this out to Harvey. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4 at the 31-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Harvey. And he stopped immediately there. This now a third and 4.
No gain on the play. It's now
to throw is Nix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
They run straight ahead with Harvey. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
That's another Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Again, it's Harvey. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 56 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
A gain of 16.
Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Here's Nix. His throw caught right around the 6. And the Broncos are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Broncos first down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Marvin Mims, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now.
I should probably start a hit, boy, because I got all the hits, boy.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. A little juke. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here. Hard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done.
Yeah, with the conclusion we draw so far, they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. Let's see if they change tunes. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
At their 48-yard line.
They'll look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this 1st half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan?
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. 2nd and 7. Once more with Harvey. And he's going to have the Broncos 1st down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
A gain of 7. 1st down.
Out of the gun, they go with Harvey. They'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving the guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
New England on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. A 40-yard punt given 3 on the return. And the Patriots take over. The New England offense to see what they can do this time. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum.
Back to throw here.
Got a man, Boutte. And he'll be out right at the 35. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Looking to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job here of identifying it and making the play force 4th down.
Patriots, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now this time he'll look to throw. On the right side, this is Miller. They hold him only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here's a give to Miller. And a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 45 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Hodge. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's May. Now pass complete. Here's Boutte with it. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
1st down. 1st and goal.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A great play there. His 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Patriots are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Borregales for the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
A gain of 15 yards. That's good for our Broncos.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line.
Brought down back at the 33-yard line.
Throwing Nix. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Off the play fake. Here's Nix. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Waddle's first catch, good for a first down.
First down. A gain of 18 on the play. And the Broncos first down.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
On the ground, it's Tucker. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. And it is caught. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
That's another Broncos first down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll go. Here's Harvey. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. They go option right on 2nd and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Bo Nix, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. So this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. Here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen, put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. To the air, May. Man, it's Brown. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Broncos.
And they're running from the gun with Miller. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 61 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here this first half. 1st and 10 here. And, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now a 2nd and 2.
Here goes.
Play action. May. That's going to be caught downfield by Brown. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
After review of the play,
here's the call.
The ruling on the field is reversed.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. And they go play action with May. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. From the shotgun, May with it. And it's caught. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Here's May. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
I can't imagine we'd see another throw here. 3rd and goal from the 1. They'll throw with May. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll try and throw for it with May. And it's incomplete. Convert, and they turn it over.
Incomplete. It's a turnover
on the ground. It's Harvey to start the drive. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Week 1 was full of surprises, full of intrigue, and a lot of firsts for the young players. What will Week 2 bring? Let's dive in. Our journey through the NFL starts now. In Landover, the Commanders at home to take on the Chicago Bears. And this is the veteran, he's still got it, Juju Smith-Schuster. He's going to find an opening down the field and pull this one in. 58 yards for the score. From there, why don't we go to Cleveland? Let's check in on the Browns as they host the Cincinnati Bengals. And here's the Bengals running back. He scored the first 2 touchdowns of his young NFL career. This one's at halftime, and it's the Bengals trying to bounce back from a Week 1 loss. They lead at the half. One more to tell you about. We go to Jacksonville, the Jags taking on the Indianapolis Colts. And this is Daniel Jones on the money to Josh Downs. 16 yards on the touchdown pass. This one is now at halftime, and it's the Colts have the lead at the half in a battle of teams looking to avoid starting 0-2. We'll give you a look now at the remainder of the games in progress in the early window and what's still to come here in Week 2 of the National Football League regular season.
Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense set to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, but I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep the tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Here's Tucker. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And here are the key inactives for them in this one. And obviously, Charles, you're going to be without some important names this week.
Well, hopefully those guys will be on the sidelines encouraging the guys who are going out there and helping them when they come off the sidelines during the game by giving them some tips on what they see and what they've experienced. That's true teamwork. And if you want to get to the playoffs, if you want to have a big push, you have to have that on your squad.
17 yards. First down, Denver.
They'll go play action with Nix. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Second and 6.
On the handoff, Harvey. And he's going to take this down close to the first as he's brought down at the Patriots' 42.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line.
On the sneak, it's Nix. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of a yard. And the Broncos first down. A gain of a yard. First down.
They run. It's Tucker. Gets past 1 man. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That good for 19 and a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 22-yard line.
Now it's Nix. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
That's good for the Broncos. First down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
And they'll run with Tucker. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25.
Patriots.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 20.
First and 10.
So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. On play action. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. A solid return, pretty good field position. 32. And now out come the Patriots.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they put a clean
to the right side and intercepted? He may go. He had his eyes on the end zone. He set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it.
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. R.J. Harvey, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Broncos get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. So he's had a nose for the end zone here in the early part of the season. 2 touchdowns for him now in this one to go along with the one he had in the opener as well.
Yeah, he certainly finds where the goal line is and finds a way to get across it. But you know who else senses it? The guys that block for him. Stink. I think they heard the blocks just a little bit longer.
Delayed game, offense.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Throwing here is May. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Just what they need, electric from May. The subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
They're going to throw. May. And the Broncos get there and take him down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10.
The Broncos offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter.
He finds his man, complete. That's Ortiz. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Nix to the air. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Zone read to give to Harvey.
And he'll go down at the 28.
97 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
To throw, here's Nix. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
5 yards on the play. And it's
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix.
Now he'll tuck this and run. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
Broncos 1st down. 1st and goal, Denver.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing third down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1.
A 4-yard gain brings up second and goal.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos have got it on cruise control. So, Charles, they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. Now, last week, they had the close victory. This one more commanding, much more comfortable.
Well, the sense we got from them was that last week they felt like they didn't play their best. They got the win, but they weren't really on top of their game. But they put it all together here in this one, haven't they? What an impressive performance.
So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with a Denver touchdown. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So after giving up the touchdown, now what can this offense do? Can they strike back? We'll see. 1st and 10. This will be caught by Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
14 yards. And the Patriots, first down.
A first down carry now for Miller. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. 2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 37.
They'll give it up the middle to Miller. And he'll go down here at the 35.
Another
2 yards, good enough for a first.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
To throw, it's May. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Nice progress down the field. Was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Off the play fake. Here's May. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 18. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Inside handoff now. Miller. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here's a 2nd and 5. May now off the bootleg.
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Keyshawn Boutte, a 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Patriots are able to claw one back. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Extra point now for Borregales. So they get one score back, but still a long ways to go here in this third quarter. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a New England touchdown. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Broncos offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 107 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Nix. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception's really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
From the gun, it's May. He finds his man, complete. It's Brown. But he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Patriots will get a new set of downs.
First down.
He'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Keyshawn Butte with now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the Patriots take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well. That's why they're down. With this deficit, he might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
Point after, right down the middle. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Denver's offense now set to go. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Harvey. And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27. To throw is Nix. Setting up a screen for Harvey. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it up, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Jones on the return. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down.
Patriots, first down. First and 10 at the 47.
From the shotgun, it's May. Got a man, Boutte. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Foxborough. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. So a first and 10 now in Denver territory at the 38. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's now second and 10.
To the air, May.
That pass complete. Here's Boutte with it. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 23.
That's another Patriots first down. First and 10 at the 20.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes. That's going to be a first down. Well done.
The numbers throwing the ball have been great. He's up over 300 yards now for the game.
The 6-yard line.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll look to throw again.
They set up the screen to Miller.
Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's second and goal.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle it for just a short gain.
One man in the backfield, that's Miller, second and goal.
They'll throw with May.
Setting up the screen for Miller. Touchdown! A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Patriots get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Dallas now for the extra point. And that will cut this lead down to 25. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown.
And able to get this out to the 25. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. Harvey now on first and 10.
And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere.
1-yard gain brings up second and 9.
Throwing Nix. That's going to be caught by Waddle.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it makes it third down and 2 yards to go.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
And he will have the Broncos first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Tucker. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Nick's going to give to Harvey. 115 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Here comes third down at 7.
And it's third down.
Now it's Nix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 38-yard line.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They run straight ahead with Harvey. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Broncos.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Bo Nix, 27 yards. And the Broncos are on their way to a 2-0 start. Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the second time in the game.
And that's exactly what you need from your quarterback. The ability to run the ball fearlessly. And in fact, many quarterbacks will tell you running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies them.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And they'll have this all the way out to the 50-yard line. Excellent field position. The Pats offense and the veteran A.J. Brown set to go to work once more. And he's had game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
We're going to throw. May. And they were looking to set up the screen, but that's going to be incomplete. Almost wound up going the other way. Well covered defensively, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
15 yards. And the Patriots, first down. 1st and 10 at the 30.
From the shotgun, May with it. And the pass to Henry is intercepted. Picked off by Alex Singleton.